Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Wherever you're joining us from, good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning, Brian Daniels, Everil, and I see Dolly is here, Desmond, Tommy, Lorraine. Good morning to all of you folks. Share the live for us, smash that emoji button as well. Good to see so many of you on the live this morning. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Fred Mason, Marlon Thomas, Deborah, Marlon, Deborah, Dolly, Natasha Bristol. Good morning, Natasha. Karen McPherson is here too. Good morning, Karen. How are you doing? Good to see all of you on the live this morning. Brenda Solomon is here with us too. Good morning, good folks. How are you all doing today? Yep, it's Thursday, believe it or not, the 6th day of March already. Thursday, the 6th of March. Tessa, we see you there. Lynette Finance, we see you there as well. And all the other folks who are joining us. I see Ava is there too. Ava and Tommy and Belinda, Dolly. Flo Richards is there too. Good to have you on, Flo. Gloria Fraser, good to see you on the live as well. Gloria. Good to see you. Tracy Clark. I see you there. Tracy. How you folks in doing there? The coffee's cold by now. But how are you folks? Maybe it's warm in your drinking utensil. I don't want to say cup. In your drinking utensil. You know, maybe it's warm. I hope so. Everil Small, good to see you on the live this morning. Rohan Basantram, Cherry Jeffrey, good to have you. Lester Williams on the live this morning. All our favorite folks on with us. Good to see Carlisle. Madhu is here too, and Kurt Heideken and Yvette Moore. Good to have you folks on the live. Shamila Simeon Carter, how are you doing? How are you doing? How is Kokwani? How is Kokwani? Kokwani folks, good morning to all of you. Joe and Marcia, Gloria Fraser, good to have you on the live too. All of you wonderful folks who are joining us. Good to see you on the live this morning. What's happening with our rice farmers, folks? Let's start there. What's happening with our rice farmers? What's happening with our rice farmers? What's happening with our farmers in general? You know, there's a lot of suffering in this country. But as a sufferer, lots of suffering in this country. Lots happening, folks. What's going on? The rice farmers, they've been calling out and crying out for a little bit. Anybody listening? Anybody hearing them? I saw T. Muhammad they were talking with them. I saw the leader of the Alliance for Change and team. They've been up there talking with them. And like the government vexed with the farmers now. Like the government vexed with the farmers now. Now how was Zulfi carrying on? Cute Zulfi. Now how he was carrying on. Dennis Booker, Jilly G. Right? Jilly ain't telling me nothing, but it's Deborah and Dolly getting all the attention. Leon Harding and Melanie. Yeah, they're vexed. And you know, I like when you catch them in the natural habitat. Leon, I like when you catch them in the natural habitat. Gwyneth, you see the real people. Laverne says Zulfi's a waste, quote unquote. Zulfi's a waste. You know, it's good to catch people in the natural habitat. You see the real people. You see some of you all on the road is the makeup and the apparel and the took and came. You cross your eyes, you dot your eyes, you cross your teeth. Same thing. But when you catch you in natural habitat and the hair just there, you know, you ain't got time no makeup, you ain't got time the fancy clothes. You catch you in natural habitat. You know. this country, more times than often, people in their clothes got some holes in it. You catch people in the natural habitat, it's trouble. When people know you're coming, they prepare and so on, and put on some ears. When you just turn up, you see the pot in the sink. You know, you always make up your bed when you get up in the morning and so on. I know some people make up the bed when they're ready for going to sleep. They're weird like that. When they're ready to go to sleep, they make up the bed. You know, so we saw Zulfi in his natural habitat, folks, and the rice farmers, they aren't taking it, sir. You know, when people are hurting, it's a different people, you know. When people are hurting, it's the economy, silly. When people are hurting, I have been to some parts of this country, and I can tell you this, ordinarily, they can put up all kinds of walls, because when some people see you, all they see is APNU AFC. Ordinarily, they see APNU AFC, but you see, when they get a circumstance, oh man, this will come. Let's tell you the story with them. Come. Come in the house, come. Look how flooded out here. Look how flooded out. You know, look what's happening here. Oh, yes. The different. So, Mohammed's went, and the Alliance for Change went, and when Zulfi said he got to go now, he going to close off things, nullified all that has come before. That was his hope. He got nullified. Folks, if we vote issues in this country, them boys done with, you know. If we come out of race voting, they're done with. If we come out from that. So, of course, we showed you part of the minister's intervention there quite recently. For those of you who may have missed it, take a look.
This crop, 233,000 acres have been planted around the country. The yield are good. We are getting approximately 40 bags per acre. Right? Probably you not make that. Approximately, I'm saying on average, Mr. Listen here, I don't know how you're calculating. That's the point. Now you're very indisciplined, you know. Please, please, come at me meeting, please. Keep him out, and when you're done, you got off. Very indisciplined. You're a very indisciplined big man. Very indisciplined. You don't have no respect. Right? I am telling you an average yield per acre is 40 bags around the country. You might not get 40 bags, or your people might not get 40 bags, but the average yield around the country is about 40 bags.
Me 10, keep him out. That's how they talk to folks, you know. And then they'll come down and say, we care. Zulfi says the PPP has been the most responsive government in history. No matter that Asruddin came, no matter that AFC come before we are the most responsive government in history. This is the Minister of Agriculture, because even though there is a huge production of rice, we've seen that the rice farmers not getting the money that huge production of rice should be attracting. Remember, it's never the PP fault, you know. Oh, they blame overproduction. They're blaming now the cost of rental. You know, people who rent the lease and so on, the cost of rental is high, so people not getting the effect of the sale of the paddy, lower the rental and everything else. Oh, it's Granger too. It's Granger as well. Folks, you can listen to some more of what came out of this engagement with the rice farmers quite recently. With Cute Zulfi.
Around your people might not get 40 bags, but the average yield around the country is about 40 bags. Right? So that's your problem because you keep talking and you're not listening. Right? So, Conrad, please, give me a chance. Give me a chance. You know? Right? Yeah, you're very indisciplined because you can't talk when anybody else come here and the other minister come. You disrupt by the one people on mole. They are mole, they are placing here. Collect people money, come make problem here. Being paid, come and make trouble.
Yeah, that one, I'm different.
Hold on. We got this comment first.
Alright, let it go through the meeting.
Any other question, Conrad?
Yes. The farmers like to know when the money has $700 US.
Conrad, you make a point on the social media till last night. That make
Yeah,
no
the
sense.
freak man,
No sense. Let me tell you something.
Listen. You get to time now. Let me talk now.
Conrad, talk to me, Conrad.
What I want to explain to you is that when rice price was $720 a ton, farmers' last crop was enjoying 67,568 per ton, right? And even before that, the price keeps trickling down, and we cannot guarantee the price might fall where it is at $420 per ton. It will keep sliding down. We have to anticipate that when in 2015, 2016, we were getting $2,000 a bag for paddy, and we were still planting. Right?
But not the cars. What the advantage now the cars? Oh, here the $8,000 bag alone for fertilizer. That wasn't the cars.
We cannot stay in an industry where our costs.
I come and keep this meeting for people talk, but I talk more than anybody, and I hear nobody concerned exactly.
Well, you need help from GRDB to ensure that you become a good farmer. I am also advising that you lower your rent to stay in the business. We as farmers, we have to ensure that we produce the best quality of paddy, enjoy good, reasonable price that can make us profitable. If we don't profit in the business that we are doing, we're in the wrong business.
So why I call the meeting and we can't come out and speak? Why doesn't want the people to speak? Why? Why you call this meeting and people can't speak? Me lost me one grandson and you think me gonna come out here for get paid for what? For what?
Me meeting, keep your mouth. Me meeting, keep your mouth. Look, very soon they'll tell you, you know, when you go into those meetings with them, put all the phones in this thing here. Rest all the phones on the table. Me meeting, keep your mouth, keep your mouth. And you hear, you always got to go back to APNU, the most responsive government in history. Oh, when APNU in, y'all are getting 4,000. The lady said, big auntie said, but the cost of fertilizer wasn't high then. The cost for fertilizer wasn't high. You know, she said, don't talk half and left half. We're getting 4,000, yes, but the cost of fertilizer. Right? Minister says, moles. You got moles. There's a mole. What you talking for your rights, you know? There's a mole. They send you, they program you. They pay you 5,000 a box to cook up. You're a mole. But they done it for me. I did tell you that businessman and philanthropist Azrin Mohammed visited with the farmers too. You know, people know what's happening in this country now. For PPP to win, a lot of folks got to go with blinders on and say, hey, I can take him, man. People know what is happening in this country because a particular fellow told Muhammad a couple things when Muhammad visited. People understand the issues just like you. We smart in this country. Take a look.
Come the president of dance on TikTok. Alright, farmer hungry. They are wine. I don't know what. A farmer hungry.
Oh, boy. Oh, he a wine. He a wine. He a moonwalk. Keep telling you all, you can't lock and check out of these problems, you know. You can't lock and check out of them. No, you can't. Have a different approach. Right? You miss that? Chili G, you can't lock and check. You know? Moonwalk. You can't do it. You can't do it. Right? You permit me. It's our show.
Come the president of dance on TikTok. Alright, farmer hungry. They are wine. I don't know what. A farmer hungry.
Yeah. Moonwalking and whining got its place, you know. Tiny whiny. It's got its place. Kaise Bani. Got its place. But we gotta lead. That's the most important one. Right? You gotta learn the dance. That delicate balance. You're moonwalking. When last you moonwalk, Wendy, Belinda, Paulette, Jilly G, Frank? When last you moonwalk? I got about my boobs, you know. Can't let y'all see it. Moonwalk, Elizabeth Narain. When last you moonwalk here? You know, we got one good foot. Be careful. We gotta be careful. Yeah. Moonwalk. Them a wine. Rice farmer hungry. Can't talk for your rights in this country, you know. Keep your mouth. Maybe tin. Keep your mouth. Folks, you are sharing this life. Your tag to Sulfi. Tag your fun. Here for your name calling. That's why we got here. Listen to the people. The voice of the people is the voice of God. The voice of God. Them a moonwalk, them a wine. But we could change that, you know. We could change that. I love it. One more time. It's not long. It's not a long insert. One more time.
Come the president of dance on TikTok. Alright, farmer hungry. They are wine. I don't know what. A farmer hungry.
Jack New and Irfan gonna do for them. Pop. Throw back the hand there. You gotta love this country. You gotta love this country. I love it. Never a dull moment, folks. Never a dull moment. You know? So if you shouldn't be arguing with the man, keep your mouth. Mimitin. Keep your mouth. He should have started moonwalking and whining there. Then people start clapping and cheering. Meet him finish. And he went with the wrong approach. He should have carried the moonwalk, carried the wine, carried the lock and chuck. Meeting done, you know. Meeting finished. Problem solved. Alexis Thompson, problem solved. Alexis, I love it. Chevron Francis of Guyana, get the best citizens. It's true. Esther Blue says, oh, in Guyana. Belinda says, never dull moment. I love it. I know people be depressed in this country. You wake up every day, laugh morning till night. Laugh morning till night. Bernie said, Sherrod, you're looking good. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you. A lot of them know it, but it's safe in the conscience. They would never say it. They would never say, Sherrod, you're looking thingish. They rather stay for the conscience. They rather stay for the conscience. Lock and chat, move up. Folks, good morning. Good morning to the Minister of Agriculture. Zulfikar Mustafa. Your name calling, Zulfi. Your name calling. Lock and chat. Your name calling. So let's start there this morning. Please and thank you. Let's start there. That's a good place to start. A good place as any. Let's start there. We got some other things we want to talk to you guys about. It's good to see Trinidad and Tobago backing us. You know, never mind they got a dragon gas project with the Venezuelans. They're backing us. But this latest incursion of that Venezuelan patrol boat in our territorial waters. It's good. Trinidad come out and say, we stand up with y'all. You know, it's not when times good way you stand. Right? It's when things get tough. Who will stand with you? Who will lock and check with you? Who will move walk with you in the tough times? Who will whine with you? Thank you, Trinidad. Thank you. Thank you, Trinidad. Thank you. Thank you so much. See, the AG is moonwalking too. He said people are going to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. People who are selling state lands illegally. Right? I know he must tell a couple of colleagues. He said, look, I got to say a couple of things today. Right? Y'all don't feel the way. I ain't really talking about y'all. But we got to show like we know what we're doing. We anti-corruption and so. Right? But no hard feelings. You will face the full force of the law. People who are selling out state lands unauthorized. You know, they had a case against a fellow named Brassington and another fellow named Ashley Singh about undervaluing and selling out state lands. You know that, right? You know, the whole thing bust up with Prado Bill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How those lands were given out. Right? Could you imagine? Could you imagine David Papin, Sheila Boy Child? Could you imagine? Your phone rings. Ring, ring. I'm a guy who needs to get you a sound effects too. Ring, ring. Look, Sheila Boy Child, we got piece of land here. Right? If you're interested, you only say the word. You only say the word. Siobhan, you got carry no application, you know. Ring, ring, ring. Siobhan, I got piece of land here, girl. Oceanfront property. Oceanfront. You can take a piece. No, man, don't worry about price. We got you. We got you. Siobhan. We got price. Bring down the price for you. Below market value. What are you talking about? Once you got moonwalk, wine, lock, and chat, you got to go. You got to go. Application? What name application? What's the application? Fill out who? You'll face the full force of the law. Those of you who selling state properties, that's not your own. Unauthorized. It's applied for some people. You know the court has said, the high court. There's not the low court, it's not the middle one, the high one. The high court had said, in that case in Brassington and them with that land story, big land story, the court had said there were matters to be tried there. There were matters to be tried there. Big story. And then them boys come in. And I'm thinking Auditor General. What's it? The DPI, the DPP. It's Thursday, folks. The DPP. terminated, withdraw, whatever the thing is, discontinued the matter. And the court said there were matters there. This law is a strange thing, You could be wrong all over and you still get off. But see the small man in this country? Oh, Father. Father, help we. You see the small man in this country? Catching with tail. I wish everybody, you get a phone call and say, "Girl, the land ready. The land ready, girl. We got the thing here for you. Top to bottom. Right? We got the thing where you find it, the map, the everything. Ready to do the survey, everything. I'd love to see every citizen treated like that. No. It's a couple. I'd never see a government where in 4 short years, ministers building some big houses, ministers open so many businesses, ministers got so many apartment buildings. Right? I was dropping a colleague the other day in a particular area. My colleague pointed out, she said, this big one living here. If you see these palatial dwellings, right? Trinidad used to have a magazine called Siobhan, Melissa April. Trinidad used to have a magazine called Mako. Right? Mako in Trinidad parlance, if I could capture it right, I hope I can. When somebody say Mako in them, means you're minding a business. So this magazine was called Mako, and it looked at all of the lovely homes in Trinidad and Tobago, lovely dwelling places, like lifestyle of the rich and famous. You all remember that? I used to love watching that on Saturday. Lifestyle of the rich and famous. That was one of my staples on Saturdays as a youngster. And then you had Caribscope. You all remember Caribscope? Taking you across the Caribbean. I was a young man sitting watching Caribscope and dreaming of distant places. And my God, look what's happening here. Petit Martinique. Look what's happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis, Trinidad and Barbados. Look what's happening here in Antigua. Caribscope. It always opened a lady on a beach walking. Welcome to Caribscope. Those were the good old days. Now all you got is moon walking and whining. All you got is moon walking and whining. But Mako used to show you all of these fancy homes, and you're dreaming and sing. Some of them homes and boys got could go in Mako. That's the short of it. Big houses, apartment buildings is the latest fad. I am surprised to see some apartment buildings, in some zoning areas that you mightn't think you can see them. 4 short years, them boys there, big operation. Big operation. You know what them boys said? I is full. Me want me poor again. If I come in poor, think I left here poor. Or, some of them save. If I save and buy all the, we call it, Kaisuko lands in Lenora, we build a big house. Right? You say he save. You all remember that? The man who had the 16 billion phone card he's selling, he was moonlighting phone card vendor. But he was PS, I think, of the Ministry of the Presidency. You all remember that? 16 billion. Calvin Brutus wasn't the first. $16 billion in several accounts. Yeah. But those of you, y'all in possession of state land illegally, unauthorized, we're coming for y'all. Coming for y'all. Even at some 19 charges. Minister of Housing, former Minister of Housing, 19 fraud charges. Y'all remember that? Land story too. Y'all remember the closing days of the Ramatara administration? We learned that lots of land, leased land, was given to Colonel Shopshowman. Thousands of acres of leased land. And then you got Soup on the other side. Su Zherong, this is Su is one of the largest landowners in this country. One of the largest landowners in this country. And you and I try to apply for a little, the typical house, that is point something of an acre. 0.0001 something of an acre. You try to apply for that, you can't get that. Winella, you try to apply for 2x4, you can't get it. But men getting thousands of acres of land. You only got to know the right folks. You only got to know the right folks. Recently, I saw the former CEO of Housing's house. It's thing for Mako magazine. It's thing for Mako magazine. So go down the road, AG. Go down the road. Carnage on our roads and our waterways. Carnage. You know, it's the wrong side of people dying out in this country. It's the wrong side of people. Baby, mother and father, head off, a keke, a little electric motorcycle. I don't know if it's only in Bobis, they call them keke. Yeah, but you know the latest father, little electric scooters. The baby was flung in the air, land on the road. Father of mercy. Everybody thinks that they're the biggest officialist driver, rider. And the amount of accidents we have on a daily basis on our roads. It's like we're in tech and learning. We're in tech and learning. Last week in my Zulfi voice. We're in tech and learning. We're not. We're not. To hear the grandmother, the child, recount the story. Horrors. Horrors, I tell you, horrors. Baby gone. Young people going by their own business, trying to make a life. You go to living. You got some mad people on this road here, you know. If you don't know yourself, you got to drive for everybody. You got some mad people on this road. Hey. Out here. You see when I see a bus coming? Two cars behind me, I see the bus. I pull over one time. I got one good foot. I pull over one time. Sleeper. I see in the mirror, two cars in his back. I pull over. Clear the way, the bamboo say. Who get licked down? I don't care. I clear the way. When I see a bus, it's like I hearing sirens. I pull over. One time. We got to tackle this speeding on our roads. Right? People says the people thing want blood. I know the blood of Jesus can break every chain. Blood, left, right, and center. People die on the roadways. It used to be this was a coastal phenomenon. This was a city thing. I know like them demons migrating now. All in the hinterland. I know people could come and through a little trek. Right? A little track. And get knocked down. Right? The weirdest thing ever. Man driving a minibus somewhere in Timbuktu in this country. Fall in a pothole and broke his neck. It's the weirdest thing. Right? A bus got lodged in a pothole. You remember that story? Somewhere in the hinterland. Middle of the night, the people driving out. They can't get the bus out. They decide they can sleep in the bus. Must have had the AC on or something. All them dead the next day. 3 or 4 persons. Everybody dead the next day. Them boys want power, you know. Them boys didn't carry anything. Carry a photograph of you, little your hair, right? And then go in Suriname no more, you know. Santoke, you want to see them. Sanjika Prasad Santoke, you want to see them. Them boys go in Guadeloupe now. You gotta know the Caribbean, right? Guadeloupe, there where the Les Antilles. Yeah, you gotta know it. It's where I was I in St. Kitts and Nevis? People point to Guadeloupe over there, right? Like I feel the energy. No, it's Montserrat. I think you see from St. Kitts on a clear day. St. Kitts and Nevis, somewhere I was, man, wherever it is, whatever it is. Said Guadeloupe. Like I feel the vibrations. You drink from a cup, them boys carry the all. Any little connection, tangential connection. Them boys want this thing bad, you know. Willing to do anything. Willing to do anything. Dark arts, blood magic, whatever it takes. Guadeloupe. Thoughts and prayers with this young family. They're going to be mourning the child now. You know, wildness out there. Them boys got sell all the way. You think they bothered? You think they bothered? Once they said now comfortable at Ship the Rhine Chance Paul Drive, that's all that matters. You think a little baby would keep them away from power? You think that would keep them away? No. They would send babies to the slaughter to make it in this life. So yesterday I saw that the Alliance for Change, notice how I framed it. Yesterday I saw the Alliance for Change met with the Georgetown Chambers of Commerce. Right? I don't want the chamber, no, I know some of the backstory too. I want the chamber and I know some of the backstory. But this chamber put out a statement. And what attracted me is part of this statement says that they raised with the Alliance for Change. They said election day conduct and electoral process were also discussed in this meeting the Alliance for Change had with the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce yesterday. And the chamber took the opportunity to express its concerns regarding its experience in 2020, where the compilation of the statement of polls saw human interference. The compilation of the statement of polls saw human interference. So is the statement of polls, the compilation is done automatically? It's used biometrics, is be done with AI? How was it supposed to be done? It saw human interference. Right? You know this whole country could run good? Like I can done the show right here now on GCCI. You know this whole country could run good? You know what's the problem? Human interference. Right? This country could, you put this country on AI. You put this country on autopilot. This country would run good. Right? You know when things start going south? Man, lock back his hands up. Like he's one of those anime characters, you know, when they're running? The kids know all them. You know? Lock back his hands. He running, he dancing, moonwalking and whining. AI don't moonwalk and whine and all that. Human interference is the problem in this whole country, top to bottom. Top to bottom. You think if AI was determining who getting the contracts to pull the make it? Huh? You think the AI would say, oh, he's interviewed Jack Deo. Oh, he close to the administration. Tick all the boxes when he fail everything? Human interference. Human interference. People who never build a bridge get a contract to build a school in Linden at a place called Bamia. What is it? You think AI would allow that? Artificial intelligence? No. Human interference, top to bottom. Top to bottom. How you can get 20 kids murdered in Maria, burnt alive? The minister who had a report, who could have prevented it, was never questioned at the commission of inquiry. Human interference. Human interference. Hear how the rice farmers crying out. We've been posting what folks have been saying concerning the cost of living in this country. It's who got it, sir? That's a human interference too. Isn't it? Isn't it? That's the part of the statement that captured me. We sought to raise with them election day conduct and processes, and the chamber took the opportunity to express its concerns regarding its 2020 experience, where the compilation of the statement of post saw human interference. So the computer should do it on its own. The computer is going to take all them, save the poll from the polling place, pull them together, and so on. You see, that's why we want biometrics, you know, to take away the human interference. But y'all don't want that. But y'all don't want that. That's why we want biometrics. You know, I was made to understand that the chamber was asked whether anybody there who were making all these big interventions for GCOM. Listen to this now. We can close the program here. Whether any of them, one, because they were exposing that they have confidence. They were exposing, apparently, that they had confidence, full confidence in GCOM. Right? This is the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce. They were saying they had full confidence in GCOM. Right? All right. Since the 2020 election and the human interference, right? Y'all meet with GCOM? Y'all had a meeting with GCOM? Y'all have been briefed on the processes and so on? No. No. We have not. All right. Anyone of y'all have ever been trained by GCOM in its processes and so on? You ever worked for an election, like as a staff, as a returning officer? You understand the processes and so on of GCOM and so on? But we support them 100%. Everything is tip-top shape, top to bottom. Top to bottom. It's programmed to get programmed. GCCI needs some human interference. It's programmed to get programmed, you know. I want you to know that. GCCI get programmed. GCCI get programmed. I was made to understand that everybody else talking but the president of the GCCI. You had some set pieces, Richard and Tucker and so on. Top to bottom. They need some human interference. And what struck me, right? I heard the business aspect of the meeting, because this is a chamber of commerce. They meet as a collective to advance business interests. Right? Business was the least thing discussed. Not the business of elections, the business of business. When you think the chamber might want to know, you know, what are your thoughts on a free market and economies of scale, or what have you, whatever it is. No. GCOM. So it seems as though a lot of folks now acting as gatekeepers. Right? They're getting programmed now. And you got some wonderful, fantastic people who are part of these organizations, whether it's GCCI or the Private Sector Commission. I've said it, before. Wonderful people who know where they want to go with the business. They align themselves with an organization to advance that interest. Right? Align themselves with similar organizations. And then you got some scallywags. You got some scamps as well. Right? The wanted man, the U.S. fugitive, Gallican, wasn't it one of these things the fellow went? Wasn't it one of these same places he talking? He was observer too. Right? What kind of interference is called? What kind of interference? You see, once you talk like me now, they vex, They vex. Right? Me meeting. Keep your mouth. Keep your mouth, Duncan. It's me meeting. Folks are saying no song. I see somebody saying no song. Right? Me meeting. Keep your mouth. Barbara Robinson saying no song. Barbara girl, I'm sorry if it's our fault. Barbara saying no song. If you got a big back TV, you know the routine. Keep your mouth. Me meeting. Right? Sheila Boychild says the chamber is where Vikram came from. Another arm of the PPP. Oh my God. You know the whole thing. Sheila Boychild, you know the whole thing. Top to bottom. The whole thing. Let's leave it there, folks. We're going to see you guys in the next one. Share the live before you go. Smash that emoji button, did. GCI running point now for the PPP. They are the gatekeepers. You're not a briefing with GCOM. You have not availed yourself. There were a lot of recommendations from the, what do you call it? The observer missions. I've been through them. GCOM told the Alliance for Change, they have implemented none of them. None of them. Those bodies saw gaps in the system, right? So that you don't have human interference, right? You have minimal human interference. They saw gaps. GCOM has refused to do a review of its own processes. Why? The EU, the UK, Carter Center, the Commonwealth, the list goes on. CARICOM, a plethora of recommendations. Not one. They didn't even examine it, because you would have had to examine the recommendation. You would have to have a discussion on the recommendation. They haven't even gone so far in 5 years. But the chairman said, we with them, we meet with them, we weren't briefed by them or anything like that. But we with them. Everything good. Y'all running point. Y'all running PR for them. Folks, that's our time. That's our program. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to see you guys on the other side of the day, folks. It's Thursday, the 6th day of March. Let's get on with it. Please and thank you. Stay safe. Beatrice and Grace and Letel, Naomi. Carry come and carry gone indeed, Naomi. Beatrice, Kevin, Passat. Good to have all of you on the live. That's your time, good folks. Lock and check. Man, see, moonwalking and whining. Lock and check. We got to do more than that. It calls for more than that. Hope you all realizing it now.
Come the president of dance on TikTok. I right farmer hungry. They are wine. I don't know what. A farmer hungry.
That's our time, folks. That's our program. Stay safe.
50